Alex, are you going to the library again this late at night? Alex's mum asked worriedly. Mum, the project deadline's close, and there are some rare documents in the library that I can't get in the morning. I'll be back soon. She nodded, but deep inside, she was scared. She knew some parts of the city still hid secrets, and the Govardhan Library, its name alone was enough. 10:45 p.m., outside Govardhan Library. Alex pushed open the door. The old wooden walls groaned. There was a strange kind of cold inside, not the kind that came from low temperature, but the kind that comes from something else, like a presence. Emily, are you coming? He asked on the phone. Just 5 minutes away. Try not to get too scared till then, Emily laughed. 11 p.m. Alex reached the oldest section of the library, Section B, restricted books. Access to this place was usually prohibited, but Alex had special permission for his research. As he approached bookshelf number 13, he heard a faint whisper. Alex. His heart skipped a beat. Who's there? He turned around. No one. The voices from the walls began growing louder. Alex, Alex, come downstairs. Downstairs. What did that mean? Suddenly, the wall clock stopped, at exactly 11:11 p.m. Emily arrives. Hey, I'm here, Emily said, opening the door with a smile. Shush, listen, someone called my name, told me to go downstairs. Emily laughed. Those creepy books have messed with your brain. But then, they heard a faint thud from below, like someone stepped under the floor. What's that? Emily saw one of the floor tiles slightly shift. Alex moved it aside, revealing an old iron staircase beneath. They looked at each other. There was fear, but also curiosity. Shall we? Alex asked. We must be crazy. But yeah, let's go. The stairs were old and rusted. The walls were damp with strange red stains. As they reached the bottom, a small room opened up, filled with books, but these books had names written on them, real human names. Alex Merrill, the 11th of March 2023. Alex was reading that when suddenly, the door shut behind them on its own. The lights went out, and in the darkness, a slow voice echoed. Those whose names we whisper, never leave. Darkness spread in every direction as the lights died. Alex and Emily were now trapped in a basement, one that perhaps hadn't been seen in decades. Emily whispered, Alex, what was that? Who said we can't leave? Alex replied in a trembling voice, someone's here, and they know us already. On the walls, burned letters appeared, as if etched with fire. Those whose names are written here, become part of the book. The book. Alex saw a thick, black book in the center of the room. The Book of Names. As he opened it, the first page read, the one who reads this, will have their name added to the final page. Emily picked it up with shaking hands. The book didn't feel ordinary, it felt like it was filled with souls. Alex flipped through the pages. Each had names written in blue, black, and some in red ink. These names, who are these people? Emily asked softly. Suddenly, something strange happened. A soft blue light emerged from the book and formed a shadow before them. A girl's voice echoed. My name is Anna. I came here in 1997 to study, and I stayed. Alex and Emily watched as the shadow slowly took shape. Anna's face was innocent, but her eyes held deep fear. This book is written in the ink of souls. Anyone who reads a name, becomes part of it, and their soul gets trapped here. But, why hasn't anyone ever left? Alex asked. Because to leave, you must give up your identity, and that's not easy. Anna's spirit was now completely visible. Her face was calm, but her eyes held the pain of centuries. Do you want to leave? She asked. Alex slowly nodded. Not just us, everyone whose name is in this book. Anna was silent for a moment, then said. Then listen, the rules of the book are ancient. Whoever turns the final page, will lose their identity. Their name, their memories, their existence, all will merge into the book. Only then, others will be freed. Emily's face turned pale. So one of us, must lose everything to free the rest. Yes, Anna replied. So, are any of you ready? Alex and Emily were silent. There was a way out, but the cost was too high. Suddenly, the book began flipping pages on its own. The final page was blank. Except for a glowing line, waiting for a name. The name written here, will be lost forever, Anna's voice echoed. The basement fell silent. Only the glowing last page of the book remained. Emily, her voice shaking, said, we can't do this, Alex. Erasing someone, it's not right. Alex, without looking at her, said, but if we do nothing, we all stay here. And those souls, they stay imprisoned forever. Tears rolled down Emily's cheeks. So, you're going to? But Alex didn't reply. He gently placed his hand on the last page. Alex, stop. Emily screamed, but it was too late. He leaned over the book and whispered something. A bright light flashed, a strong wind blew, and the page filled itself with a name that no one remembered. Emily fell to the ground. "Alex, where are you?" She looked around, but there was no answer. Then the book shut itself. And everything changed. The basement disappeared. Emily found herself standing outside the library. It was daylight, people around, everything seemed normal. But inside her something was missing. A strange emptiness, like someone close had been left behind. Days passed since Emily returned. Everything seemed normal, classes, friends, the library, but inside, something had shattered. Every time she opened a book, it felt like someone was watching her. Every time she stepped into the library, her heart pounded. Sometimes, in dreams, she heard a name, a soft, fading voice. Emily. She would wake up with a start, but the room was always empty. One day, she returned to the same library. The basement entrance was now a solid wall, like it never existed. But one question echoed in her mind. If Alex's name was erased, how do I still remember him? She rushed to the record room where old attendance registers were kept. She flipped open her class's attendance logs, and what she saw made her blood run cold. From 2017 to 2023, Alex's name was nowhere. Not in class photos, not in college emails, not in any social media group. But her phone gallery had a photo. From that very day, before the basement. Alex stood beside her smiling. Emily was now lost in a question that had no clear answer. If Alex's name was erased, how was his photo still with her? She zoomed in on the photo. On the old library wall behind them, something was faintly written, as if once erased. Just one word. Remaining. Emily was stunned. This wasn't an ordinary word, it had to be a clue. She went to that corner of the library and began inspecting the wall. Suddenly a small brick shifted. Behind it was a burnt page from an old diary. Half burnt, but still readable. Every name that has been erased can only be remembered by the one willing to sacrifice for it. Emily's heartbeat quickened. I've already sacrificed. I didn't forget him. I want to bring him back. She placed that page on the book's final spot. The book, now closed again, began to tremble. Slowly, its cover opened once more. A soft voice from within whispered, "If you truly remember him, then call his name." Tears rolled down Emily's face. She said with a trembling voice, "Alex." A moment of silence. Then golden light burst from the page. A name slowly emerged. Alex Shekawat. The golden light from the book gently dissolved into the air. Emily sat holding the page, her eyes still wet. Then someone softly said from behind, Emily." She turned. There he was, Alex. With that same smile. He stood there, but something was missing in his eyes. "Alex." Emily ran and hugged him tight. Her tears wouldn't stop. But Alex stayed silent. "What happened? You came back, didn't you?" Emily asked. Alex replied slowly, "I remember you, but not myself." Emily went quiet. "I don't know who I am, I only remember your voice, that name, Alex." Now Emily understood. His name had returned, but his memories were still lost. Alex and Emily now sat in the library every day. Emily showed him old memories, notes, college stories, books. Slowly Alex began smiling again. His memories started returning, but one mystery remained. That cursed book. It was never torn, never burnt, never truly complete. Emily remembered when they had first opened it, the last page was missing. And when Alex returned, the book reopened as if it still needed its final piece. Emily flipped to the back of the book. Now it held just one line. "The end will belong to the one who completes it." "So this book is unfinished?" Emily asked in shock. Alex softly said, "Or maybe we are its final chapter." They understood they had to write their own ending. Truth, pain, love, everything. Emily wrote the first line in the book. "I had lost him." And as she kept writing, the book glowed deeper and deeper. When she wrote the last line, "But we found each other again," the book lit up. Its cover gently shut, and new words appeared on it. Completed. They smiled. Alex took Emily's hand and said, "Now, we're not just part of the story, we are the ending to the story that never ended."